Hello. So we are back, and the uh, dwarves have not gone to starving state yet. They're only hungry at the moment. Um, so we've set the bridge to come down, and we've set the dwarves to station over here. If I can get the squad menu to open up. See, they're set to station right there. And we're just going to see this taken care of. We've actually got 2 dwarves napping in the cavern. So, yeah, they totally did that. Okay. We are going to go back up to and go down to here and over here and make a bedroom here and assign it to the Baroness. I'm missing it. There she is. Baroness, and then assign a dining hall here to the Baroness and an office here. To the Baroness. And we still need to build a chest. That's the nicest one we have. And a cabinet. I want it to match. But this one's better quality. And let's see what else she needs. Well, she's not going to be happy with these until they're... Yeah, we jabba. Who? Pause. Socialize, eat good meal. What? Why didn't you eat a good meal? There's... Seriously? Think abstractly, make merry, admire art, craft objects. Do we have that crafting thing situated? It's dug out. Let's build. What is this one made out of? Ashen blocks. Build, workshop, crafts, here, ashen blocks, build, workshop, crafts, keep building and use last material. And this one is set to yes. And we'll take care of that after all of them are built. What? Why aren't people? You know what? I don't. Because I don't have enough dwarves. People are not doing blank because I don't have enough dwarves, obviously. Okay. Noble needs a better study and oh, she needs a tomb. And she still needs the weapon rack and the armor stand. I did order those. And it looks like they have already been made. So we just need to go down to here and military, weapon rack, needs weapon rack. Alright. Armor stand. Wait, she needed a better what? Go back to Noble. She's happy with her bedroom. She needs a better study. So let's put these things in her study. Alright, and then we need to go down to here and smooth this and go check on our cavern level. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is he shirtless or is he just wearing a beard? He's just got a beard. Okay. Wonder who's missing. Okay, it doesn't matter. There's one missing, so. Okay, where's this person going? Where'd he go? Haul onion seeds. Somebody brought an onion to someone down here. Okay. A migrant arrived. Mang ended a mandate. Started raining. Things grew up. Merchants left. Those birds really need to learn how to get along. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the 10 just went up the stairs instead of down, didn't he? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, they're all here. And they're all fed for a change, theoretically. They wouldn't be stationed if they were uncomfortable. Or they would. He's healthy. He's hungry. No health problems. So go get something to eat. Come, come, come. Come and make it up. Come, come, come. Come and make it up. Somebody come feed him, please. Okay. Cancel orders. What is that? New question. What is that doing in my barracks level? It's tired and sickly and overcome by terror.
I'd say it's tired because it's running from whatever dwarves it saw, and it's in your barracks level because you don't have any cage traps out to catch interesting wild animals.
Why is there a pool of why are there why is there soap on the what happened up here that I didn't notice? Not that. I have a guild in my fort. We really need to turn all those off. Somebody harvested some plants. Nothing to explain this. All right, the next question is she the only one? And we figure that out. Yeah, that's the only one. The only other falcon is... But since the regular falcon can lay eggs, can the giant falcon?
Yes.
And it's female. But I'd have to tame it constantly to keep it in a nest box.
Seeing as it doesn't seem to be hostile if it goes wild again, I don't see why that's a problem. Not to mention you gain knowledge for your civilization by doing training actions. And of course, skill is war.
Okay. I'm going to do something possibly a little strange. I don't really care what kind of mechanism, actually. Use closest. Okay. I have to manually make them do this. Okay, what am I missing? How do I get them to put the cage in it? And why are so many people running around outside? Oh, it's probably harvest time. Yeah, there's stuff to harvest. Okay. How do I get them to put the cages in it?
The jobs were automatically created. When they get around to it, they get around to it.
Destroy building? Wait. Destroy what? Oh, holy cow, they haven't done that yet? Load cage trap. How do I make that more important?
A squid. You want to explain that one too, or it's DFX and I haven't used it yet?
Okay, if we don't get the falcon, we don't get the falcon. But I'm not going to send my military to kill it either. In fact, hey, we might follow it around. I'm waiting for people to do things. Like that. I'm waiting for people to do things like that. Build door. And work order. What's the metal coffin called? Oh, I have my chat hidden. Maybe someone's answering me. Wow, the lag on my computer is so bad. Minecraft, stepladder, wheelbarrow, altar, trap, barrel, battle axe, bookcase.
Stone is coffin, wood is casket, and metal is sarcophagus.
Sarcophagus?
Yep.
Ugh. There. And one. One. We only want one. Okay. And we're going to put that there. Plan. Silver. Oh, it got out. Yeah, it's a long way away from the fort now. More of these should be filled, which implies that I'm missing seeds for things. And they need to go on the buy seed list. And I should probably check what those things are. But I'm so tired of farming. Okay, did that got taken care of? Other than her tomb, she's happy. She has a grave, she needs a tomb. So she needs to decorate it. Did I ever get that? Go here. Yes, I got it closed. Okay. The crafts workshops are over here. They did a couple of them, so let's do these as the, okay. Workers. Stone, wood. Hello, Summer. Yeah, it's not going to let me continue, even though I can see it. Wood, wax, book. Ah! Give it back. It says I. Do they all have to be selected in order for it to be idle? Apparently. Okay. Then shoot. I can't specialize any of them, but I'm specializing this one because of his connection to the bone stockpile. This one does bone. That's it. Okay. Craft object, admire art. I've got sculptures in the dining hall. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about think abstractly. Make merry, we have 1,000 drink. Eat a good meal. We have 3,000 food, and I guarantee you at least some of that is a prepared meal. And socialize. We have a dining hall. But fine, it's time to build the tavern. But I don't have enough people to build the tavern because the tavern requires, building. And my dwarves don't want to work. So
What is a dining hall other than a citizen's own tavern?
all of this is ready to go in. He's made the clay blocks. People just need to finish putting the floor in. Then we actually need to go down and not build these 4. And we need to build construction stair. And build construction wall. Well, it doesn't have a dining hall doesn't have performers. Clear material microcline. Mine. Remove. And anything on this corner that needs to be gotten rid of? Or is this side clear? Yeah, he didn't get in. He really didn't get in. I wonder if the crash brought us back to before we turned on the FPS thing. Give me this. No, it's on. All right, build construction wall here, and then here, here, and here. Erase. If I use it right, it works beautifully. No, not that. This, and close that. This, construction, wall, play. Um, okay. Human caravan has arrived. No matches. That's enough. And broker requested a depot. And he's conducting a meeting. I'm glad he's not my only farmer. We'd never get anything to eat. Okay, Squid. Good night. Piglet, bone carver. A human caravan. Oh my god, I can't. Shit, they can't go over the cage traps. Isn't there some way for me to get this thing to tell me whether or not he's accessible to the edge of the map?
In the top right corner next to your map, one of those buttons is what shows you. Or not.
Uh-uh. I'm willing to bet that...
You are correct. They cannot go over traps. Sorry, I hadn't noticed when you're placing traps. But
Really? They finally put a cage on that one. Okay, now let's see if we can build, construct, no, traps, cage. Select material after placements. Put here. We have 8 microclines, so let's use microcline. Use last material. And you know what? I don't care if I don't get diplomacy. I'm not doing diplomacy until after I see what you've got for me this year. You know what? I actually don't think they brought anything we want. So, diplomacy. Uh, I probably should have read that because I never got an option for telling them items. We're just not trading with the humans this summer. So where'd they put their wagon?
Some of the traders come with animals, others come with wagons, and the caravan split, wagon leaving immediately, go on to further destination. Just have to catch.
Are you mumbling, or is there so much lag that I actually can't make out your speech? Why is there potash on the cage trap? Oh, okay, somebody picked it up. Um, some people started building the wall and they haven't finished the floor yet. So they don't do things in order. This is my conclusion. They don't do things in order. Oh, there's a rat there. Is the rat alive? It doesn't say rat corpse, it says rat. I really should have read the other diplomacy thing because it wasn't the trading. This is the trading. I have no idea what I agreed to earlier. Oops. I asked them for musical instruments, so they're asking me for musical instruments and quivers. Whatever. Make an order for quivers. Leather quiver. Repeating order. So long as you have. How many leathers does it take to make a quiver? I think it takes 2. So greater than 20. Okay, what else can we do for this guy? What are his personality preferences? He likes silver, gems, blueberry wine, I'm pretty sure we have. She doesn't like any animals. If I go to my workshops down here and I request a silver furniture, silver cabinet. Why don't you have any jobs to make armor? Okay, we now have a silver cabinet. Now, can I go back up here and request the jeweler to encrust a specific piece of furniture? Okay, hold on. If I put a stockpile right here, and I give it one space, and I tell it that it accepts furniture of the type cabinet made out of silver. And since I don't know what quality it is, just that. And that it takes from this stockpile just in case. Then there should end up a stockpile right here with exactly one cabinet in it. I need to order Ah! Are are we oh cloth, food, milled, dye, leather, all. Cloth, all, leather, all, food, milled, dye, all. build, construction, track stop, down, here. Asherian, what? You know what? I'm leaving that just for the hilarity of it. I haven't looked in a while to see if we already knew about that. Oh, I forgot to set that as available. And the KV bore has been owned. Okay. Okay. Rat, weed. Tomato. We just have a fallow, so remember that original piece of paper that we threw away because we didn't need it anymore? Well, I was wrong. Okay, we have apple saplings. Do we have apples planted? Yes. We have apricot saplings. Do we have them planted? According to this, no. So apricot. Third list of plants. Okay. This one is pineapple, but they have seeds. They just haven't gotten around to planting them yet. Cassavas we're out of seeds for. String bean. Muskmelon. Oats. Sunberry. Potato. We're not unplanting anything. Plum. Parsnip. Persimmon. And sliver barbs. We are looking for lettuce and artichoke. There's lettuce. There's artichoke. They're both planted, so we don't need those anymore. Lettuce and artichoke are done. So this is what we need, plant-wise. We got whatever this is, right? Yep, tomato. Okay. Oh, we have that though, whatever that is. Whipvine, okay. And okay, I tried Restream to see if I could stream on both Twitch and YouTube, and it wouldn't let me. And I do like the mechanics of YouTube better, but the Twitch platform is getting me more followers and viewers and whatnot without paid assistance.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get you to switch to YouTube or do the splitting again. I was just pointing out more a feature that I was suddenly wishing I had. It turned out I didn't.
Hmm. Oh. Okay, we know what makes the maddest guy angry, and we're working on it. What about the next one in line? Okay, what is with eat good meal?
It's complicated. Um,
Prepared
for
meals,
most
over
dwarves,
1,000.
for most dwarves, a paired meal will only meet that thought if one of their likes is one of the ingredients.
I'm
Um,
making them out of.
the other way, the other way to get that thought would be to get your trapper with live cage traps, catching vermin. Uh, the dwarves will sometimes take the cages out of the stockpile to the dining hall and eat them as a delicacy.
Um,
Was that too much information?
in order to catch vermin, I have to do a special something or the other. I think.
Yes, it's a special workshop, and you need to build the traps separate.
And what would it give me exactly?
Various types of vermin.
Yes, but what do I do with the vermin?
Just leave them in the stockpile, and the dwarves will actually take the cage to the dining table and eat the vermin as delicacy.
They'll eat the vermin raw and live?
Seems to be the case. I should probably double check Wiki and see if that didn't get changed at the same time they removed elves eating their enemies and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna do something extremely stupid. And I'm more than willing to let this stream run unattended while I sleep the night through. And anybody who wants to watch the disaster that occurs is more than welcome to do so. She took a stone workshop and she's in the third cavern layer. No, she had to have been going down to the...
Or she just picked a random
She's going back up, and she was probably down at the metalsmith, at the smelter, getting something. What I think needs to happen is my dwarves simply need time to catch up on stuff. And there are two ways for me to go about this. One, I can turn on instant job. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that... Shit. She wants bones, wood, leather, bone, rough gem, rock, and bars of metal. Are we out of bones? That's the only thing I can think of. And no, I would say we are out of bones. Okay, then we need to do this for a couple of reasons. We are going to turn off permanently. Where are they? Where are they? Here we go. Bonecraft, Horncraft, Shellcraft, and Ivycraft. Because we've got dwarves doing crafts randomly, and we're running out of materials. Then we are going to go to our units. And slaughter... Okay, we have baby lambs, and more than one is a male. So we are going to kill a ram.
For the sake of your future viewers, I will go ahead and correct myself. At a quick glance, it looks like the delicacy eating was removed quite a few versions before the Steam release. That's what you get for playing the game for more than a decade. Remember things that have been removed for a long time. I think they're still...
Okay, so the dwarves will not eat live vermin.
Correct.
Okay,
well,
so...
unless they're starving.
Okay. They're slowly picking the stuff up out of here, but they're moving out the skulls and stuff before they move out the... But did the moody dwarf get what it wanted? Ah! But what I am going to do is I am going to leave the game running. And I'll put it on spectator mode. And I may spend all of tomorrow watching it from this point forward. But I'm going to leave it running overnight, and so that y'all get to see what's happening if you're interested, if you just want to have it on in the background. I'm not going to have the mic on. I'll have the chat up so y'all can chat with one another. I'll have the chat and the game up. And Moody Dwarf is gathering items. Okay, he wanted bone. He, she, it wanted bone. And you can't tell by the name of the dwarf whether it's a he or a she. And you can never tell if they're a they. So he, she, they. Sorry, not it. He, she, they. I don't know. But they're gathering now. Gathering items. Food and drink production is pretty under control. We'll probably miss a couple of caravans because they'll come and leave and we won't notice because I won't be at the computer. But everybody's doing their thing. I think they just need time to do it. Now, I'm going to make a special save at this point. Being very, very stupid live. Enter. And I'm going to use the DF hack thing to make it not pause. So it's going to continue saving at the seasons and whatnot. But it will continue playing after it does. It won't pause. I think the only thing that will make it pause will be if something shows up in the middle of the screen, like my dwarves miraculously find candy or the circus without being told to dig any deeper, or a forgotten beast comes onto the map or something like that. DF hack. What sure. No, I want the exact opposite of that. Okay, could really use Squid's help now. Because I know this is a DF hack thing. I know it is.
I believe that the no pause script was never ported from pre-Steam.
No, that's not fair. No, that's not fair. I'm responding to you, Trabber.
Yes, I'm aware.
That's not fair.
It's one of the scripts that I actually tried my hand at porting and figured out why it hadn't been ported. It would require C++ changes in order to get it working again.
Moody Dwarf still can't find something. Leather, maybe. If we don't have any rough gems, I would be shocked as hell. But sure, I'll send the miners to get some rough gems. We have leather. It's right there. I can see it. So down to that giant cavern. and see if we can find any
As opposed,
gems.
as opposed to
That'll
there are
work.
gems that are right next to the dwarf.
Huh?
I was just noting that there were gems in the wall next to where the moody dwarf was.
Oh. One. Go get those gems and get those gems. And those gems. And those gems. And those gems. And I thought those were gems, but I guess I was wrong. Okay. If the moody dwarf is still not happy, I just can't help her. There's nothing I can do. I will do one more thing before I go. And no, I won't, because I only have, I will do one more thing. Come here. Do anybody see forge pick? Copper pick. Forge copper pick. In order to do this, you need less than 2 copper. The 2 copper picks in my fort are currently in use, I believe. But at the very least, they're not in the stockpile they belong in.
Do you have 2 miners?
I have 2 miners. I have 4 copper picks. One's on a miner. One's on somebody running around. Oh, no, this one's in a... Oi. Seriously? Pause. Stockpile. This one. This one. It's not holding ammo.
Picks
None.
are a weapon.
And none. Okay. So I have a couple of copper picks extra. So I'm going to go to labor and miners and make the rest of my engravers miners. They also have other jobs. Well, he doesn't, but he has. In fact, you know what? Stop that. You've got enough to do. Do we have another happy engraver? Here, you're going to be a miner and an engraver. There, now we have 4 of them. And it says it has a 10 cage on it. And there's, that one's got a cage in it, and that one's got a cage in it, and that one's got a cage in it, and that one's got a cage in it. Nice. They're all loaded. That's forbidden. But I need them to build all of this. I need them to do all of this. And
Yep,
there are only
walking away for a
35
while.
of them.
Walking away for a while is probably the best way to have that happen. Although that petition is going to get annoying.
They'll ask again later. There are a few things that could happen. One, they could do all these jobs and their lives get a lot better because they've done all of these jobs. And for instance, they would never have to go outside again into the rain if they would get the stupid roof finished. There are a lot of ways that their lives could just get better if they did the jobs that they need to do. Additional. So how do I get masterwork roasts except reducing only one person to doing cooking? I could do that. Okay. Kitchen workers assign. Do I have a cook? Do I have anybody who's already a good cook?
They would be at the top if you did.
Skilled cook, novice cook, competent cook, novice cook. So no. I think skilled is better than competent. But she's sort of busy. So
the screen is sorted now. I think if you click on crop as the sort, maybe.
Your voice did the thing again. There. If you click on that one, they all go to the top.
Especially if you're going to
this
be
is not an option.
To 2 or 3.
What?
Especially if you're going to go AFK, I'd leave it 2 or 3, not just 1.
I can't leave it 2 or 3. You can only assign 1 worker per workshop. But we've got 1,000 prepared meals. So if she takes a break to go to the bathroom, I think they'll be okay.
I was more referring to the goblin invasion, not here to manage killing 1 or 2 off.
Okay, I'll do one other thing before I go AFK. All right. The manager is not happening. The manager has enough to do. The holy gold is not happening because I don't want to find another priest. So competent cheesemaker is not helpful. So we have to go with a novice cook and either an administrator or a woodcrafter. The administrator is in the military, so the woodcrafter it is. And he will do nothing other than what he is supposed to be doing. And if we go to labors, he will have a workshop and he doesn't have any other assignments. The other thing I will do, because it has been pointed out that goblins would end this game really quickly, is station here.
Oh, your poor military. Why don't you make a zone, set half of them to defend it at all times?
Because I only have one squad. If I station them here, they will still go get food and drink and sleep when they need it. They will still
Yeah,
leave
be
their
really
post.
grumpy.
They might be really grumpy, but then as many of them as possible will be stationed here by the only way in and out of my fort.
Okay.
People currently working up here. What is this? What is this? Seriously? I don't know how I did that. People working up here would be at risk of problems. At least until this construction is done, and then still from aerial invaders. But the rest of them are gonna be safe with my military here. I'm gonna miss this caravan. I'm gonna miss a lot of caravans. But my military will protect. Most of them are legendary wrestlers at this point because they trained without weapons for forever. Speaking of, if I update equipment before we go, we're still short 4 spears, 2 greaves, 2 pairs of high boots, and I never ordered the backpacks. I'll order the backpacks. Dwayne, I need an emote or a sound or something that y'all can type into the chat whenever I do this.
Do what?
I'm currently face palming my desk.
Yeah, I couldn't find a facepalm emoji on Twitch.
No, as in
The
I
emoji.
just banged my head on the desk and left it there. I call it face palming the
Well,
desk. I don't know what else to call it. The moody dwarf is starving because he or
what?
she or it still can't find whatever it is that they want. If we go down to this thing, the miners haven't started clearing this out yet. And I gave it the highest possible priority. He's drinking. Two of them are in the military, and the other one is sleeping. Okay, so the two that are in the military need a different, need to not be miners and engravers. Okay, let's try again. I don't think the Baroness would be incredibly happy if we gave her that job. I've got an herbalist. And I'm running out of people. Nope, not the manager. Nope, not my planters. Nope. No. Here we go. We have a bone carver. And they don't do anything but mining and engraving. Okay, now let's see if some of this gets... Maybe the moody dwarf will... And somebody will bring her something to eat or drink eventually, right? They bring the military food.
No, they don't. If the military doesn't have something in their pockets when they head out, they'll starve. And as for getting somebody to give him food or drink, you build a tavern around him and assign a tavern.
That's going to make that very crowded, but I'm willing to do that temporarily. New tavern. And then tavern keeper. My messenger will eventually get sent to do other things.
If you're going AFK, you won't get sent elsewhere before
He's a
your
miner.
guy starves.
Huh?
He won't go anywhere before your guy goes crazy if you're going
Okay.
AFK.
That's a good point. So just go ahead and select him. And do I tell him to do
especially
nothing
with
but?
AFK,
Or will he prioritize giving
shouldn't be
drink to
necessary.
someone?
Shouldn't be necessary. I would set the tavern to be citizens only.
Okay. Moody dwarf, starving dwarf. Last save 20 minutes ago. I should probably save again. But I really don't see the point. I haven't done anything fantastic. Oh, actually, I will do one thing fantastic and then I will save. Orders. Leather backpacks and adamantine backpacks. And I'm not giving the elves adamantine backpacks. Even if I had the adamantine to do. I'm assuming that the leather backpack is going to take if we have less than 10 and if we have more than 20 leather. That's not the way I wanted to set that up. Somebody find something about your male shirts. I'm doing 2 male shirts for 10 and 20. Okay, so it's supposed to be 2, not 10. Although if I asked for 10 of them, maybe I'd get them faster, but... Okay. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good night.